Well, how was it Saturday?
It was pretty fun. Obviously, growing up, that would be a dream come true, playing on college football games, watching all my life. So, I mean, it definitely, being able to soak it all in, I mean, it was awesome for sure.
What were some of the things that surprised you about getting your first live action at SEC play?
Just the amount of people there, honestly. I mean, growing up, playing high school football, it's nothing like, the VOD or playing SEC football and just the speed of all of it. I mean, obviously, you kind of adjust all summer and through fall camp, but I mean, just being live in the game, it's definitely a lot different.
When you got to watch the tape back over the weekend and on Monday, what did you see and what did you kind of want to grow with?
I think the thing I need to work on most is my first step. I think that's something I struggled with last Saturday, is just taking a very good first step and making sure, I'm not really pivoting, I'm more so stepping. So I think that's the thing I've been focusing on this week.
Is it tough to rotate in a game to get drive on, drive off, and just kind of?
Not really. I mean, I mean, sometimes it is hard to get in a rhythm, but I mean, I think it helps me at least rest. Getting that one series off. I think it helped Mike in the same sense. He was able to rest, and then while you're sitting out, you can kind of see things from the sideline that you're not seeing while you're in the game.
System-wise, where are you? I mean, you played pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one thing that's really helped me is I know the system well, and I think because of the older guys, Alex, Mike, Ben, Royce, Eli, all of them, Bryce, they've really taken me under their wing and make sure, I know all my plays, I know all my calls, all the checks, so.
Were you anticipating playing in the opener? How did that kind of go? Like, did you think you might, and then it just didn't work out? And how quickly after did they tell you to play game two?
Going into the week, I did anticipate. I think a lot of things happened. We didn't play a whole lot of snaps, so I think that was part of it too. Is no guys were really fatigued, so there was no point to really. A lot of guys were fresh. But I mean, as soon as we came in Sunday, Coach Bicknell told me I was gonna have to go in, and throughout the week, it was one of those things. It was like second series, you're gonna have to go in. We just kind of ended up rotating it.
Looked like y'all kind of wore Arkansas down in that fourth quarter. Could y'all sense that on the field, that maybe y'all were kind of grinding them down as the game went on?
Definitely. You could see guys tapping out, asking for a sub, and that's just one of those things. It's like blood in the water. Once you see that, someone's down, and you just want to keep pedal to the metal, keep going fast tempo.
When you guys knew that you were practicing fast, practicing hard all summer, was there anything to that conditioning in the fourth quarter?
Oh, definitely. I think, fall camp, being in the heat all day, and Rich Rod's offense, he wants us to go fast tempo, and I think that's one of our advantages is, he always preaches, we're going to be the best conditioned, most disciplined team in college football, and I think, just having that mindset of we're going to be in shape, it really helped us on Saturday.
Where is your strength level in terms of where you want to be?
Definitely need to get a lot stronger. I think that was my main emphasis, after signing day was getting in the weight room and getting stronger, in high school, obviously, I'm just a lot bigger than everybody, but I mean, once you get to SEC football, I mean, you're seeing, those interior guys are consistently, first round, second round draft picks. So, that was my main thing, was always getting stronger.
Any nerves waiting out that first drive, trying to get to the second one?
Yeah, I mean, not too much, but I mean, it was definitely one of those deals. I couldn't wait to get on the field, but I mean, obviously, once I stepped out on the field, it was just, just playing football.
You brought up being a little surprised by the crowd. Did you watch SEC at all growing up, or were you more in Big Ten country? How did it
I was
work?
definitely, more in Big Ten country. That's what I grew up doing. My dad played in Northwestern, had a brother that played in Illinois. So I think, it was whenever we went to a game, it was a Big Ten game. But I mean, obviously watching on TV, and then last year, obviously, that's all I really watched was SEC football games. So I mean, you see it on TV, but I think seeing it in person, it's a lot different.